Sagittarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Sagittarius, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, do your reading, and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, hold on, you guys. I'm just putting my sage in, getting my sage together. All right, here we go. So Sagittarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Saggies. Saggies. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. Two cards for Saggies for their highest good. This is for Saggies for their highest good. Two cards, please. Great. Thank you, spirits. All right, so you have staying focused, hold the course. Wow, so definitely good. This is a beautiful card to get because definitely you're being focused. You know what you need to do and you keep moving forward, so it's nice. That's what I'm getting off of that card. And then you have wandering path, enjoy the journey. So like you may not know where this is going. This is a total new path for you. This is a new direction. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy it, you guys. Okay, because it's a new cycle, new beginning. It's beautiful, new direction. So like you may not know where this is going. This is a total new path for you. This is a new direction. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy it, you guys. Okay, because it's a new cycle, new beginning. It's beautiful, new direction. I feel. All right, so you guys take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And what I mean by that is that if something in this reading resonates with you, then it was meant for you. If it makes sense to you, then it was meant for you. If it doesn't resonate with you and it's like, oh, well, I don't see nothing that's here for me, then don't take it. Just leave it for everybody else, okay? Because it may not be for you, but it's a message for somebody else out there. And whenever you see this message, it's going to be the right time to see it. So whenever you can see it 4 years from now, and it would still be meant for you, okay? So just know that. All right, so Saggies, take what resonates with you, like I said, and leave the rest. I have to put that out there because, I got a lot of messages like, that doesn't resonate with me. And I'm like, okay. So here we go. Let's do this, Saggies. One card for the current. This is for Sagittarius. One for the situation. One for the past. One for the what's hidden. For the hopes and fears. Wow. One for what you need to do now. One for what you need to work on. And the outcome. All right. So, Saggies, you start off with the Justice card. The Justice card could be that, you're dealing with something legal. I feel like you're trying to bring everything into balance. I feel like you're going to have clarity. You're trying to keep everything balanced. We'll see why it's all these cards here. We'll see. You also have the Five of Cups here. The Five of Cups is talking about, maybe you have some kind of regret still. Maybe you're feeling disappointed about things. Maybe you're feeling low. Just certain things, you're still holding on to. Could even be a grief that you're going through. You have the Six of Pentacles here for the past. And the Six of Pentacles is talking about maybe you're overly giving. Maybe you've been giving. You've been receiving. Like it could be anything. Blessings. And you've been very generous. It could be anything. Sharing, But we'll see. Maybe it's a lot of your time that you're giving also. You have the Fool card here. And the Fool is saying that there's definitely a new journey, a new beginning here. You're feeling spontaneous, like you want to just do anything because it's time. You want that change to come in. Wow. Okay. So then you have the Page of Wands down here. I feel like you're going to be very inspired. I feel like you're going to be very inspired. You're going to be very excited about things. All this change that's coming through, it's definitely coming through for you. I also feel like maybe, I feel like you got to explore, maybe you're exploring different opportunities or looking at different things, you know, like you want to get your hands on something, like trying to do something, but you're looking at different things. You have the Three of Swords here, and I feel like maybe there you've been very emotional. Could have been a heartbreak, could have been some kind of hurt here, because you do have the Three of Swords. Some kind of emotional pain was here, or it could have been just, you know, emotions, very high emotions. You know, we express ourselves also through joy. So let's see what it's about. You also have the Ace of Swords and what you need to work on. And the Ace of Swords says that, you know, you need to really speak your truth and see the truth in everything. I feel like you're very strong-willed. There could also be some kind of conflict, or maybe you went through something like some kind of illness that needed surgery, something like that. Also, I feel with the King of Swords here for the outcome, I feel like you know, you're very smart-minded, you're very strong-willed, you know how to do anything. You know, you don't give up. You stand your ground and you do what you have to do to get through what it is. Okay, so let us see what the cards say. Okay, so let's see what else here. Okay, and let's clarify the cards. Take what resonates with you, Saggies, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Sagittarius, for the highest good. Two cards for the Justice card. This is for Saggies for their highest good. One more card. All right. So, Saggies. So you do have the Four Cups here. You do have the Queen of Cups here. I feel like you really need to start taking care of yourself with the Queen of Cups. With the Queen of Cups, you know, she's very compassionate. You know, she has a lot of compassion. She's very nurturing. She's a very loving energy. You know, she also uses her intuition, and I feel like you are using your intuition. But I feel like for some reason you're not. You're very disconnected at times, very distracted at things that you're not seeing. These opportunities that are around you. I feel like you need to nurture yourself and really take care of yourself more, and feel like you need to rest also and take it easy. Because when she shows up, yes, she has a strong intuition. Yes, she knows how to do things, but she needs to rest. She needs, because she's been through a lot emotionally and physically. I feel like with the Justice card here, I feel like you are trying to balance everything out, being fair, making fair decisions. Decisions being made towards you are going to be fair. If you're dealing with anything legal, it's going to be in your favor also. But I feel like there's some kind of truth here that it made you feel like distant or disconnected. Because this man, he's sitting there and like he doesn't want to know anymore. Like he doesn't want to know anymore. He's just sitting there like I don't want to deal with anything right now. So he's like missing opportunities, and I feel like that's what you're doing right now. Why, Saggies? Why? Really start taking care of yourself, okay? Using and trusting your higher self, you know, trusting your intuition. So let's see why the Five of Cups is here. Why is the Five of Cups here for Saggies? All right. So you do have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor and the Five of Cups. With the Five of Wands, I feel like there is some kind of change coming in for you. I feel like you need to change how you feel, how you're feeling, because with the Five of Cups, he shows a lot of emotion here. He shows a lot of regret, of disappointment, you know. Maybe this is in the past. Maybe you're not feeling like this anymore, you know. But if you are, you know, try to release it. Really, really start focusing, okay? Because you not only have this card, but you have this one too. And if you look at him, you know, he's just like, he's stubborn. He's like, he doesn't want to look back, you know. And you really need to start focusing on trying to, you know, like look at all the opportunities around you, okay? Because there is opportunities here. You're just not looking at them. I feel with the Knight of Wands, I feel like there's going to be a lot of change, you know, coming in, and you're going to have to go with the change, no matter what, you know. you're gonna start, maybe you're gonna start feeling adventurous. You're gonna start feeling like, you can do anything. You're not gonna feel like this Five of Cups anymore. I feel like you're moving away from that. I feel like are releasing it. I also feel with the Knight of Wands, I feel like you're gonna start being excited, because there is this new path opening for you. There is this new thing coming through. There is this change that's gonna happen for you. So it's good. Really, don't rush into anything to do like impulsive things. Like, yes, it's exciting to be adventurous. Yes, it's exciting to feel that way, right? But remember that everything has a consequence to it. So you got to be careful on what you're doing. Okay, like don't go and sign contracts that are not for you. Okay, really look at things before you jump into anything. Okay, that's what they're asking you to. But I feel like you're gonna have your passion back, excitement. Change is gonna come in. There's definitely a lot of change coming in for you, but just embrace it. Go with it. You have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is saying no matter what you're going through, you're ready for it. He's not the Emperor for no reason. He has the gown over his armor because he knows that he's got to be ready, and that's you. They're asking you to be ready. Be the leader that you are. When the time is coming, when all this change is going to come in, and you need to be ready. It's like, and you are, and you will be, because you have the Emperor card here. He knows how to make decisions. He knows how to do things. He just doesn't go in an impulse. He didn't become the Emperor without, with jumping into things. He's just ready for everything because he knows how to handle it, because he has wisdom. He has strength to go through it. And they're telling you, they're saying, Sagittarius, that's what you have. Whether you're male or female, that's you, having that strength. So just know that. Be ready though, because there is a lot of change coming towards you. You have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles says that you're very giving. You're very generous with your money. You're very giving. For some of you guys, I feel like there could be some kind of money coming in also, but I do feel like you're trying to balance out, and you're very, set limits. Okay, don't be overly giving. It's nice to be nice, because it's when you give, it always comes right back to you, and those are blessings. But sometimes people can take advantage of you. So there's that's a message for somebody, because that would, it's like really set boundaries on here. Okay, so that's what they're asking you to do. Also too, so this is in the past, so I'm going to leave it here in the past. Not that it's in the past, because I feel like it's now. Just be careful on overly giving or being taken advantage of. Okay, you have the Fool card here for what's hidden, and let's see why the Fool card is here. Why is the Fool card here for Sagittarius? One more card. Wow. All right, so you do have the Hermit card. The Hermit card here, and they want you in the So Below card. If you see this So Below card, she's in the dark mode, because the reason that she is in the dark mode is because you need to see the light in everything. You need to trust your intuition. You need to see the positive in everything also. Like, even though it's not what you wanted, or even though it's not what you're not getting what you want, still see the positive in it. Okay, really still see that. I feel like there is a new beginning here for you. There is a new journey starting for you. It's hidden, so it hasn't came in yet, but it's going to very soon. That's why there's a lot of changes here. But really start trusting your intuition, Saggies. Okay. You also have the Hermit card, and the Hermit card is saying, you need to go within and really clear your mind. You've been busy. You've been doing a lot of stuff that's been keeping you busy, and you really need to just take that time and just breathe, or go outside and do yard work, or whatever it is. Just take care of yourself. Really clear your mind, okay? Because you are definitely going to make some kind of decisions, and you're going through a lot right now. So really take the time to go within and meditate. Wow. So really stay focused, really go within and clear your mind, and take care of yourself, your physical and your emotional state. Because sometimes we don't realize that we're overworking. Sometimes we're not we're really not noticing how we're overly thinking, and that causes a lot for us too. So, you know, try to clear your mind and try to just not think about things as much. You have the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here for what's hidden? I mean, the hopes and fears. I'm sorry. One more card. See, there it is. You see this person here. They're so tired. They're so tired because they're trying to carry everything. You know, this is the Ten of Wands. You know, he or she is carrying so much on their shoulders. They're talking about, you know, they're worried about the house. They're worried about their family. They're worried about their kids. They're worried about their spouse. They're worried about, you know, how, you know, you still got to get to the store, got to get groceries, got to take out the trash. You know, all these things just are piling up, you know, and you're very overwhelmed. And it's not, if that's only just a home. It's not to include everything at work. You know, you got to meet deadlines. You got to, you know, help people out. You got to deal with people, customer service, stuff like that. You know, and it's leaving you very overwhelmed, very, very overwhelmed. They're asking you to really take the time to take it easy because it's time, okay? It's time to just set boundaries and say, you know what, okay, hold on. Okay, we'll wait because I need to do this first, you know. Really start setting limits, start setting boundaries, start taking it easy because it's time. Okay, because there's more change coming in. You have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is saying, you know, there's, you know, explore different avenues. You know, maybe you want to change your career. Maybe you want to change things. You know, maybe you're ready for a big change, you know, and maybe that's what's in your mind. Whatever it is, you're thinking about it. But there is a lot of change coming in for you. You're going to be very inspired. You're going to be ready to be on this new journey because you want that excitement. You want these new ideas coming in. You want to discover something new, you know. You have that, you know, it's like just a lot of excitement is here. And I feel like it's going to lead you to that. And I feel like you need to start trusting your intuition. I feel like you're going to be trying to decide, am I going to stay here in this job? Am I going to keep the same thing going on and going on? You know, they want you to trust your intuition when you're making decisions also. Okay, really trust it. Um, even though you may seem like things are not going the way you want it, really hang in there, okay? And don't give up. Trust your inner self. Trust your higher self. Trust your intuition is what they're asking. You know, so intuition is a big part in our lives. It really is. And when you trust your instincts, your gut feeling, your whatever it is, your heart, you know, following your heart, that's your intuition because your mind is, you're not just thinking about your mind, you're thinking about with your heart, you know, is this is going to make me happy? Am I going to, do I want this? You know, that's what the message is for you with these cards. Um, so really, really be ready for this change. Start taking it easy. Start taking care of yourself. You know, rest when you feel like you're resting. Listen to your body when you feel like tired or you feel like you just want to just lay down, rest. Okay, because it's time. Um, wow. All right. So then you have the Three of Swords up here for the what you need to do now. All right. So, you know, maybe in the past, you know, you've been very emotional or you've been going through some kind of emotion, high emotions been around you. I feel like there, for some of you guys, you've been hurt, you know, been going through some kind of heartbreak, also some kind of emotional pain. And it's not just, and it doesn't have to be a heartbreak. It could be like, you know, grieving, or you're still grieving for somebody that has passed, or, you know, you're still suffering from the last heartbreak, or you're still thinking about, you know, the job that you lost, or, you know, depressed, or even a divorce. It could be anything, but your emotions have been there, you know, have been going up and down. I feel like they're asking you to really keep them balanced, okay? It's because a lot of us are going through this transformation, this rebirth, this awakening. You know, we're going through this healing, and we need to let all this out because we're all going into new energies now. The planets are shifting, the planets are moving, and they're giving us all new energy. So more things are coming in, so just be ready. But I feel like you're gonna go move past this. I feel like you're gonna get move forward. And also too, I feel like if you're feeling the emotional pain, I feel like just go with it. Just you know, ask yourself, why am I crying over this? Why do these people make me cry? Or why does so and so always? Why do I always continuously think about that? And it makes my emotions go high. Ask yourself stuff like that, because that is called healing. And it's like your soul wants to be let out of that. You also have the double card and the full card, and the double card is saying, leave the old patterns behind. Maybe you could be feeling, maybe in the past you could have been feeling stuck, or you've been feeling like, you know, been feeling stuck, or you've been feeling like, you just can't move forward, or maybe you're going back to the same old habits or just the patterns that were there before. Really, really try to let go of those, okay? Try to move forward from that, because you don't want to go back to the same old patterns. You don't want to go back to the same old stuff, because there is new stuff coming in. There is change coming in. But you need to let go of anything that's, anything that you continuously do. And that's habits, and that's, you know, things that are like patterns, So really look at that. You also have the full card, and the full card says you're moving on from that. So it's good. You're on this new path, new things are coming in. So that's why they're asking you to really let go of those patterns and those habits, okay? Change your ways. You have the Ace of Swords here. And why is the Ace of Swords here for? Saggies, one more card. Wow. All right, so you do have the Ace of Swords, and when you have the Ace of Swords, there's some kind of truth here. Um, Maybe you've been rethinking a lot. Maybe you've been seeing some kind of truth, and it's made you upset. Maybe you've had to really defend yourself, at times, because you have the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands says that, stand up for yourself and what you truly believe in. Um, there are breakthroughs here. There's a new beginning here. You have a big new beginning coming through, Saggies. But I think you need to go through all this, healing, through all this, re-energizing yourself, trusting your intuition, okay? Because you need to. And focus. You really need to start focusing also. With the Seven of Wands, they're asking you to really believe in what you're trying to create or what you're trying to do. Really believe in yourself, You're going to have that clarity. You're going to have that understanding. You're going to see the truth all over the place, in people and where you're working at what you're doing. You're going to see a lot of truth, like a lot of revelations are going to come through for you. I also feel like with the King of Cups here, I feel like, try to keep your emotions balanced. Like, if something pisses you off in the morning, don't go and take it out on the next person, okay? Because it's not their fault. Really keep your emotions balanced. People love you. You're a good person to everyone. And I feel like, they see you in a different way, and they see you like like they look up to you, a good person, and when you get mad and you get irritated and you take it out on the wrong person, it's not good. Okay, so they really want you to keep your emotions balanced. Even though you're going through all this healing and all this truth that's coming out, or you're thinking about, or, the past, you still need to balance your emotions. You also have the King of Swords down here. And why is the King of Swords for the outcome? Why is the King of Swords here? One more card. Wow, nice. All right, so definitely with the King of Swords, I feel like you really need to start focusing more. Okay, you're going to be able to make any decision that comes your way. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity. I feel like you know what you need to do. I feel like things are going to be moving in the right direction for you, which is very nice. I feel like you're ready for anything. Then I feel like you're leaving a lot of stuff behind. But like I said, you really gotta really set boundaries. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo things for people, and stop worrying and taking on everybody's worry. Let them worry also. If that's what the case, then let them also worry, because you don't need to be taking all that in by yourself. You have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is saying that there is going to be some celebration here. You have a lot of support from friends and family. Things are moving in your way. You're very honest. You're very strong-willed. You know how to handle things big times. But really just try to keep everything balanced, okay? And then with the Hierophant here, I feel like you're very divinely guided. I feel also too that you are definitely searching for answers, and you will find those answers. You could be, looking at traditional values again, like even religion values, and how and why, and just looking at things differently now. And I feel like you really are moving forward, but you really got to just take time to meditate. There is a new direction here. You are definitely going, a big new beginning is opening for you, but really trust your higher self, okay, and your decisions that you're making. Let go of those old patterns, and let go of the regret, and just know that you're going to be able to handle anything that comes your way. Wow. All right. So, Saggies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.